Hey guys, what's up? I got a message here from Lim Chin Hao, and he's talking about, well, I'm just going to read it to you. I want to ask you about some things that I'm going through in my head, and it relates to one of your videos that got me thinking. I'll go straight to the point. Recently I got into college and I took business studies as my choice. However, the topic and future aspect that I want to become is to become a music producer. More specifically, a film music producer, as to make music that will, anyway, I'm just stuck in a situation where I feel that continuing in this course of business may not get me anywhere close to what I really want to become. Because I really enjoy making music and allowing people to enjoy music too. In fact, I don't really know why I'm typing this message to you now, but I'm just so stuck. Can you hear the frustration? The main reason that I did not choose music as my course is because my parents object me from doing that. Oh man. So, Lim Chin Hao, look buddy, you're in college, you're in a transition point between your parents making decisions for your life and you making decisions for your own life. So there's not going to be one specific answer here that's going to be right, depending on your culture, your values, how important it is to follow your parents versus yourself. Pragmatically, what happens if you decide not to listen to your parents? Financially, will you just be dropped off the earth and you have to fend for yourself? Are you willing to take all the risks? Da 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 da. So I'm going to talk to you about this, but ultimately the decision as to whether or not you follow your own advice or your parents' advice is not going to be an answer that anybody's going to give you. What I am going to talk about is that this choice you're trying to make as to whether to do what you want to do versus whether to do what your parents want you to do, that's never going to go away unless you take agency in the process of getting over that. The hero's journey is something that's a framework for a lot of my work. It's an idea by Joseph Campbell, and it's about the hero, is about anybody really going from the world they know into the world they don't know, to uncertainty, facing a number of challenges, overcoming those, getting deep wisdom and insight, and then coming back to learn the place they started in, and then going into service and really helping people in the world. Now, one of the most important stages in that hero's journey is called the atonement with the Father. Atonement with the Father. And that's typically when you fight the dragon. It's when you face the thing that holds the most power over you. And so many times, the atonement with the Father for all of us is facing the fear of what will our parents think of us, what will happen, will they stop loving us if we go and do the thing we want to do instead of the thing they want us to do. And it's so funny because parents know this, they know this, they've experienced it themselves with their own parents, but at the same time they're trying to make sure that you're as happy and safe as you can be, and the only way they can do that is to give you the advice from their own heart. But your heart's going to have different advice for you. And so what do? You face this fear, the greatest fear, the big dragon you have to slay is, what will my parents think? Will my parents stop loving me if I do this? Will my parents drop me off the face of the earth? Atonement with the Father, it's a metaphor for atonement with the Father, the parent. See how perfect the metaphor is? And what does atonement mean? It means at one mint, right? Break it down, atonement at one mint. And what happens when you face the dragon, not always, but typically, is that you find that by facing that fear, by killing the dragon, by going and doing what you want to do anyway, by just facing your parents and saying, look, I know you want me to do this, but this is what I'm going to do. This is my dream. What you find is that you actually become at one with the Father. You actually find that the love is even deeper, and it's deeper than this idea that's on the surface, and they're going to love you anyway. 99 times out of 100, they're going to love you anyway. When they don't, it's probably because they're too afraid for you to let go of you doing something else. But look, man, you are becoming a man. You're growing from childhood into adulthood. There has to be a point which you start making decisions more for yourself than for your parents. You have to choose when that point is. You have to choose when to stop trusting your parents and start trusting yourself, but that's the transition you're going through. And let me say this, they are your parents, but their job is going to keep you safe. Their heart is to keep you safe. They love you and they want you to be safe. So what comes from their heart is creating safety for you. What comes from your heart isn't safety. It's fulfillment through you expressing and doing in the world what's most true for you. And that's actually going to take you into unsafety, into uncertainty. So what's true for you and what's true for your parents in both your hearts is always going to be in opposition. And as you grow and you become more your own man and you do more your own thing, It's going to be risky. It's going to make you nervous. It's going to make your parents nervous. And it's going to give you more fulfillment. So I'm not telling you what decision to make, because that comes from you. But I am sharing with you the principle that you following your heart and doing your thing is what's going to give you the most fulfillment, right? And second, that you are not alone. Not just other guys your age right now, but all of us, all men, all women, throughout all time, have faced this atonement with the Father, the atonement with parents. Do what you love. Check in with yourself. Are you transitioning? Are you growing? Are you starting to make more decisions for yourself? And knowing and understanding that your parents are just doing what they're doing and saying what they're saying because they love you. And at the same time, in order for you to really feel their love, their deep love that's beneath the surface of the things they're saying, is for you to do what you want to do anyway, and to discover that once you slay the dragon, slay the Father, Darth Vader, pull the mask off, it's actually the real love. I mean, that's Star Wars, right? Finds out that Darth Vader is actually his dad. The evil villain's actually his father. Behind that thing you're afraid of is an even deeper love. So I'm just sharing the concept. I'm not giving you advice. Do not follow my advice. Follow your own heart. Don't even follow your parents' advice at some point, right? Isn't that a weird paradox? I'm saying don't follow my advice to not follow your parents' advice and to just follow your own heart. I know it's messing with your head. It's messing with my head too. So I'm going to leave you with that. Good luck. Much love. May the force be with you.